Hi, Blitz here. So this video is a tip video to kind of help people out. Why I decided to suddenly do this, I have no idea. But I'm just going to put this into context here. I'm the guy that used to beat up all of the upper ranks, all the way up to the top 100. So I'm talking like Sunthonk, even Flamehawk 64, several. There are people that have been banned in the upper ranks included who basically were caught doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. So there's a lot of unknowns in the upper ranks. But I'm going to let self-title take over so you guys can see the actual fights of those people losing to me. Okay?
Yo, it's a fact. I dream of violently stabbing with an axe. I dream of mindlessly hacking. My elevator don't go to the top floor. I know what a broomstick is, but I don't know what a mop's for. I put bullets in your bulletin, so you'll never post that bull again. Eat flesh till I'm full again. First you wanted to be Jadakiss, now I think you wanna be Beyonce, cause you wanna give Jay a kiss. So stop riding dick, come up with your own shit. Be like self-titled, have original style ownership. Swing nunchucks at dumb fucks, pull back the bow on the arrow, send foes to their peril. Saw a hoe bitch, fucked her with a glow stick. Left my pubic hairs floating in a soap dish. At guided missiles, call me a guidance counselor. Step to the guard, you'll die, that's the outcome.
I ran it up to here with y'all weak ass rappers. Blase block, come through your block and open fire. I ran it up to here with y'all weak ass rappers. Blase block, come through your block and open fire. I ran it up to here with y'all weak ass rappers. Blase block, come through your block and open fire. I ran it up to here with y'all weak ass rappers. Blase block, come through your block and open fire.
Yo, I'm sick of you fuckboy pop music fans, damn it. My brain scans get brain damage. Absolutely terrible, impossible to be managed. Y'all must have lowered your standards and not realize you're dealing with the man with knives and forks. On weekends you wear biker shorts. Your label ain't backing you, let's put you on life support. Flip highs like an acrobatic mathematician. Fuck a Jamaican chick.
So as you can see, some of these clowns have ranked up. And like I said, there's a lot of unknowns. But number one, quit spamming low holds to duck under high strikes. I see the upper ranks do this shit all the fucking time. It never works. They just think it does because people have not been low throwing the shit out of them. Okay, by B plus rank, by B plus, you should not be low holding anymore. You should be low throwing or using crouching guard instead. And the reason being is because when you low hold, they can low throw you and they get counter throw damage on you, which means you what would normally be like 40-50 damage becomes like 67, 90, fucking 127 was the highest I recorded for this video, but that was against the jumping OHT, and we'll get to the wonkiness with jumping OHTs when we get there. I just want to make people aware that the amount of upper ranks that I usually beat is insane. I know 82% of all the combos in the game. 82%. That is literally like, I want to say all but maybe 5 or 6 characters that I've completed in command training. There's not much left in the game for me to learn. 117 low holds. That's how bad they are. I've only done it 117 times. But my character's specific holds is like over 1,300 times. This is the main reason why. It is better to low throw than it is to low hold under a high strike. You still get the crouching state, so you can duck under that high strike, all the same. But here's the difference. It is based on frame data, whether your opponent wins or you. So if you were slightly faster, I guess, than them, you can even get a counter throw on them. You see that? So it is better to do the low throw than the low hold to duck under highs. And I'm just going to speed this up because I don't know why I recorded this much footage. I really only needed like 1 or 2 instances and then been done with it. This right here, okay, those low holds are very important. So there is a animation as well as a soundbite difference when somebody does a low throw versus a low hold. You can see that right there, right? There's a soundbite difference and an animation difference. You can tell if somebody's doing a low hold versus a low throw. So, and that is because low throws are quiet. So if it's dead quiet, you probably don't want a low throw, or you may not even want a low guard. But see the damage difference? I'm not doing 90 damage versus 60 like earlier. 90 damage. That is a 30 damage increase. That is a 50% damage boost. That's a lot of damage. If I were to do that, say 9 times in a match, all I have to do is punch and kick him maybe 4 times and I win the whole match. That is stupid. And again, you can low hold to duck all you want, but you can't low hold mids, and you can't low hold mid kicks and mid punches. So what that means is that if I have a combo where it's a high mid, you're just trapping yourself. You're just screwing yourself over. This only works against low strikes. That's it. That's the only time this will ever work is a low strike. That's when you're supposed to use them. That's it. That's the only time you use low holds is against low strikes. Period. End of story. And this idea, there's a lot of people, they want to say, oh, but this move is safe. This move is not safe. There is no such thing as safe. Everything can be held. There's no such thing as safe. Those people that try to even suggest that shit are stupid. Every move has a use in this game. Everything. You can sort of see that's a high, but it goes high mid. And there you go. If you were to low hold that, you duck under the first 2 hits, but then the axe kick will swing down and hit you on the recovery frame and pop you straight to the floor. Any move that is 3 hits where the 3rd hit is a mid will always trap you. Always. When you're doing low holds to duck under hides. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. Period. Like, it just doesn't work. Because as you can see by that punch, you can just trap that recovery frame. That axe kick just trapped the recovery frame. Like, he even has a kick that goes high and then low, which basically is just a short-handed version of the same combo. Because you're just going to give him a ground pound throw. So, as you can see, this is bad. This is a stupid idea. Stop doing this. It doesn't work. You can even throw the recovery frame when they get up. There's no reason to be doing this, right? So, and this is the full damage of that throw. Right here. 112. 112. That's a lot of fucking damage. So in what world would you want to low hold and get counter thrown to basically receive that much damage? That's over a third of your life bar in a single throw combo. There is no reason to be doing that. And again, I'll show people why. If you're gonna do it, do the low throw instead. Boom, he got me instead. I didn't get him, he got me. This time I got him. But you can also accidentally escape out of nowhere, as you can see. Sometimes you can't get away, but look at the damage now. It's 90, not 112. You receive less damage when you low throw a low throw. Whoever is receiving damage takes reduced damage, because throws counter holds, and that's how it works. So throws counter holds. Now, throw on throw is weird because it's based on frame data. That's what happens with throws. Throw versus throw. Whoever is faster wins out. Whoever has the frame advantage wins out. That's how throw versus throw works. So throw versus throw is the better solution. Not holding the high strikes. Low throw them instead, or just don't even do it at all. Because that recovery frame, see, that is so stupid. Like, it's just not, it's not ideal. All mid punches, all mid kicks will land. every time. And as you can see, you can duck under that all day. But the moment that mid punch comes in, it's over. It only works on highs. That's it. That's how limited it actually is. So when you do something like this, you're limiting your ability to do things. Because like I said, there's so many moves that go mid. It gets really dumb. And like I said, that recovery frame is the worst part about it. The recovery frame is the worst part about it because you can't even do OHTs on it then, or throws on them then. It's just not ideal. Look at that. OHT on the recovery frame. And the startup frame. You can... It's terrible. It's a dumb thing. It's a dumb thing to do. It's a dumb idea. I don't know why people still do this. Stop doing it. Look at that. There's a mid as the third hit, right? There you go. And that one also, Dragon Sense also has a mid kick too. You're not gonna low hold that. Like, it just doesn't work the way that you think it does. That is how you low hold. And I'm serious. And later we'll come back when we get to blocking and low holding. I'll further iterate this point when I do Janley versus Janley, because he's got a combo where it goes high, high, low, low. And that is one of those combos where you can just low hold the crud out of it. But you don't even have to low hold sometimes. Sometimes you just need to counter strike. And this is the main way that I punish people for trying to go low on me. I just go for that counter strike damage. You can really only do this if you know your character's moveset to know what works on what thing. And this is a point that I'm going to try to drill home to this whole video is you need to know your character's whole move list to do everything in this video. I'm sorry, but you do. And if you don't want to learn your character, well then you'll fall for things like this, like stop spamming the sidestep strikes. You only sidestep non-tracking moves. How would you know what a non-tracking move is? Well, it sure as hell is not your sidestep strikes, because they don't track. All sidestep attacks can be sidestepped. All sidestep attacks can be hit with tracking moves. All sidestep attacks can be held. And you see how bad this is now. How punishable this truly is. Nothing in this game is safe. Everything can be countered. Everything can be punished. Nothing is safe. There's no such thing as safe in DOA. And I hope I've already drilled that home already. And there you go. You can combo it up. I can OHT, unblock, everything. Boom. Done. Like, what was the point of that? And the game tries to tell you to do that. Like, this is the perfect example of how you sidestep. Because a sidestep attack launches the opponent, it's only useful as an ender, as a combo ender. That's the best place to have it. Now, the proper use of blocks and holes, I wanted to do this after that just so people can see why that's so important. You really need to know how to block, and you really need to know how to hold. As you can see, he's got two attacks. See that? I just did that low kick. Boom. See that? But you need to know when to block and when not to block. And he's got two moves. He has one where you press and hold down and one where you don't. Now, another thing that's important is reach. Your reach advantage is also useful. Reach advantage. So every move, if you look on the bottom right hand side of the screen, has a reach, is a number, a distance that the move travels. What that means is that that kick is only going that far. That punch is only going that far. Kicks are always going to travel further than punches. Unless you're like Nico, where she just slides across the floor like she's gliding on air. Or Hayate with his teleports. There's really not many characters that have really good reach with their punches. There's only a select few that can range with their attacks. Okay? Some have incredible range but have low immunities, like this right here, Chandler's Dragon Kick. You're not hitting him low.
Elaborate, I'm great. To entertain is fate, and whack you compensate is dead as a fate. Raw, and we forecast no flaw. Intensely battle ready like quick draw, McGraw. And cartoon characters shall be left suspended in animation for such fraud perpetration. We wet the whole nation. Done, now splash, we flash 51. Hot, hydro spill, lick shot. You want to catch wind up, they'll be no get them from the fucking rookie technique. That's how I swing them. From the fucking rookie technique kingdom. And I'll be the mayor. They call me Gorilla. I'm gonna nugget illa battle ready like I'm Dilla Chief. If you got beef, I got barbecue griller. Drag the storm, A1, you die day one. Time to repent, sentence of fury. Ready a storm, contrary to the
Or better yet, step off, cause I'm Maximus Fist and I'm cutting heads off.
So that was a perfect example of everything I've already said. Those examples were perfect for everything I just said. Reach advantage. If you dip back, you can remove, you can create distance, and that throw will no longer connect. The same thing goes with stuff like this. There you go. You have to know how far your attacks will land. And here's where it gets really strange and wonky, and the only person that knows about this stuff that I've seen on YouTube and Twitch is this right here. Jumping OHTs. The tutorial is so full of shit. You don't even want to know how full of shit it truly is, but I'm going to teach you anyways. So, what it says, I'm not shitting you, it says, cannot be thrown and must be low guarded. Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit. Okay? The character they picked to teach you can be struck by high kicks while standing, the whole kick and caboodle. So anti-air is all moveless tech, basically. That means you're jumping OHTs, you're jumping kicks, you're jumping punches, they're all moveless tech, meaning you have to know what sort of strike will kick them out of the air. Same thing goes for, like, what sort of attack will do this. In some characters, their OHTs, their jumping OHTs are so good that you're restricted to one move, basically. Whereas others, you can do multiples. Like that one, you could do 2 different ways to get her out of the air. So this is what it says. Must be ducked with a low guard. I shit you not, cannot be thrown. This is what it really should say. Can be counterstruck if airborne, or if your high hitbox is removed. Can be countered by another jumping OHT if you're airborne. Can be thrown on recovery frames. That's what it should say. It doesn't say that. So, and that's the recovery frame getting tapped when she hits down. Right? Lands on the ground, is about to get up again. Look at this. This is I'm just removing the high hitbox. That's all I'm doing. Which one could argue that's the same thing as doing a low guard, but it's not. And the reason it's not is because, look, she doesn't go into crouching state here. Her high hitbox is just removed because it goes forward. That's why this is working. Because it's not a crouching state. It's not the crouching state that makes this work. It's the hitbox removal. Because she leans back and her kick goes forward. So her low hitbox is going way forward and past her head. And this is why this is working. It don't even matter if she jumps in the air. It doesn't matter. Because the thing with Tina's Frankensteiner is that the moment her arms go back, that's the moment she springs into the air. That's the moment that you strike. And as you can see, she can't do shit. Yeah, you don't have to duck at all. You don't even need a crouching state. And here, I did this so people could see this as well. Okay, so now Bayman is unique because he's got tech rolls, and tech rolling just throws a wrench into half the game. As you can see right here, you can do so much on her on those recovery frames. It is terrible. And this is a 127 combo throw. She goes about to jump in the air, and she got counter thrown right there. That's why it gave me counter throw. So there you go. Yeah, you just do the damage. Just do the damage, right? And if you're airborne, they can't OHT you because you're airborne, because your high hitbox is above where it's supposed to be.
So shut your dirty mouth. It's all just gossip. So shut your dirty mouth.
We're drawn together, so far apart.
So yeah, hitbox removal, it's a vital defense. It's part of the defense game. It's a vital defense game. So if you're not doing any of this where you're removing hitboxes, you're just ruining the game for yourself because you're going to be punished in ways that don't make any sense. I hate to say it, as I said before, certain characters like Bayman, they have tech rolls. When characters roll on the ground, they're in a crouching state. All mids will still connect when they're rolling on the ground. All mids still connect.
So entity is fate that wacky conversate is dead as a fate. Raw and we forecast no flaw. Intensely battle ready like quick draw. And quantum characters shall be left suspended.
All this other stuff. All this stuff is just adding layers and layers onto what I've already said. So, and like I said before, one could chalk up the tech roll to being like a low guard, but it's not because it's a roll. It's not a block. You're not blocking a low hit, you're rolling past a high. That's the difference.
Bitches massaging me and feeling my scars after they
Every girl in the family, I probably kissed her and her. Depressed by her due to the date, so she was vibing pretty hard when I saw her yesterday. And me and the crew got it drunk and wild, and now she can't seem to wipe the smile. Gotta rock to the rhythm with them, not to give it to her. Got to give a lot more than the minimum. Rock to the rhythm with them, got to give it to her. Got to give a lot more. Rock to the rhythm with them, got to give it to her. Got to give a lot more than the minimum. Rock to the rhythm with them, got to give it to her. Got to give a lot more.
When I rock, it's like I'm popping off gats with sharp enough rats to penetrate tanks in Iraq. Faking them jacks, I'ma start drinking and snap your ankle and dangle you off of the effing angular map. Yo, who that? Tiger chain guzzling rum, the life of the pony that falls like I'm smoking them.
Got to give it to him, got to give a lot more.
Yo, we're supposed to keep going. Why are you supposed to keep going? Yeah, I don't know where that, but I know we got lexicon over here, bitch. I know we have value from Stout. Ready?
So, in summary, please guys, stop low holding to get out of strikes. Use low throws or just low guard instead. Those are two way better options. Number two, guys gotta learn your hitboxes and how far your attacks can actually reach. I mean that. You don't want to know how many people I've beaten doing the same thing. It gets really old really fast when everyone is making the same mistakes. And I really hope people learn something from this video, especially about how OHTs really work, how all these things actually function, and how vital certain things really are. Honestly, this will help anybody that's in the mid-tier go all the way to a 5-star platinum if they really know what they're doing. But nothing will ever beat that moveless tech is. Gotta learn your moveless in the command training you guys go.